Have you ever ran into an issue in using Streamer.bot with your timers? Specifically that they all go off at the exact same time and you end up with like 5 different timers all at the same time in your chat, all at once, like this? Well, I came up with a solution after much frustration on how to fix it, and I wanted to throw together a quick tutorial on what I ended up doing to fix this issue. The way that I've done it is like this, and I'll show you how to do it real quick. So the first kind of step in doing this would be to create a new action. So I'm just going to throw together a quick action. So I now have the actual tutorial timer, right? So that's my timer. That's going to be my timer action itself. So then you would want to trigger it by some way. And to trigger it, you would go under core and oops, if I can hit core, timed actions, create timer. So this would be tutorial timer again, because I'm just doing an example. And then you would want to set it to do a certain time, right? So for me, I want a timer to go off every 15 minutes. So every 15 minutes, it pops up some kind of reminder to chat, right? So every 15 minutes is 900 seconds. So it goes in seconds. So you have to use a calculator to determine how long you want. And what I like for mine is that every 15 minutes, it's going to pick a random timer to push out. So basically what it's doing is picking that randomized message, putting it in chat and sending it every 15 minutes. So every 15 minutes, it might be the Discord reminder. It might be a socials reminder. It might be a YouTube's reminder. It changes every single time. Like I said, it's random. And then it happens every 15 minutes. There's a way to do this in Mixitup.bot as well. And that's one of the things that I really liked about in Mixitup.bot. But there isn't exactly an easy way to do that in here until I figured this out. So for this timed action, I went ahead and said, okay, this is my tutorial timer. I want it to be enabled. I want it to repeat. So every 15 minutes, which is 900 seconds. So I would set it to 900 seconds if you want it every 15 minutes. You might have to do some calculating for other times. Then I hit okay. And then of course you want to trigger. Your trigger would be the time. And the timer that you want is your timer. So you have the trigger set up. But the issue here is we can't just leave it be like this. We have to create an action that occurs every 15 minutes. So for me, what I have done is I want it to randomly choose one, right? Every 15 minutes. So the way that I've done that is I created a file on my desktop. And what I'm going to tell Streamer.bot to do is to go into this document, pick a random line, put it in chat every 15 minutes. So that's kind of the actions, right? You want to read the document, pick a random line, post in chat every 15 minutes. So we have the trigger set for the 15 minutes part. The next step would be to have the file. So I'm going to show you the file that I personally have. You want this to be in a .txt format, okay? So it's like a notepad or anything like that. You want to save it as a .txt format for it to work. And then what you do is you type out all your commands, right? So I have command 1 here, which is my fun commands channel, like timer. I have my Discord. I have follow alert, say, hey, reminder to follow. It's following other socials, GIFs, and like throw and wrist list, tutorials, YouTube, and then clipping and quoting. So those are all of my timers that I have off that I can go off every 15 minutes. So what I'm trying to make Streamer.bot do is to every 15 minutes choose a random line of this to use. So that's why we create this little text document to do that. So once you have them all typed out like this, you're going to save it, file, save as, timers. I just called it timers, but the most important part here is to make sure you chose .txt as your file type. So once you have your document with all of the timers that you want picked, you can move to the next step. The next step will be going back into Streamer.bot, which is here, and we're going to create some actions. So the first action we do is under core, and then in the drop down to File IO, read random line from file. So it's going to ask you to pick your file. So this is when you go into your documents, timers, there is. So there's my timer sheet. I hit open. So then it's linked to timers to the right file. And you want the count to set to 1. So all of this other information is not necessary, and you hit OK. So what you're telling it to do is every 15 minutes, read a random line from this document you created. The next part is you would have to get it to chat. So the next step would be to go to Twitch, come down to chat, send message to channel. And then you're going to go to broadcast or a bot. If you have a bot, like account, you can use that, or you can just do broadcaster. It really doesn't matter. Then you do the message, and then you're going to use the variable random line. So what this means is that it's going to choose that random line that it chose from this document. It's going to import it here, and then it's going to post it into Twitch. So based on these actions, it will produce your timer. So every 15 minutes, what we've done is we created a timer. Every 15 minutes, it's going to choose a random line from this document, a random timer line, and then it's going to publish it in a chat on your Twitch. So then what we can do is we can test it. So we're going to go under timed actions, test trigger, pull up our feed, and then here is the new one, right? So every 15 minutes is going to choose one off of that list. And it's really simple to do. Like I said, it just took me a minute to realize how I wanted to do this, but that is just the simple way to do it. To create a timer where it chooses a random thing every 15 minutes and it doesn't inundate all at once with all of your timers. And you also don't have to memorize seconds and all of that and say, hey, this one needs to go off every 30 minutes. This one needs to go off every 15. All of it is already here, and it's pretty simple. I hope that this video was helpful. Like I said, it took me a little bit to realize, but I wanted to make this video just to say, hey, if you have this issue too, this is how you fix it. If you're interested in seeing more, feel free to like and subscribe. I'm trying to do more tutorials and stuff on things that I find helpful for my channel as well. But feel free to like and subscribe if you found this extra helpful.